Come on in the building. Wow, that is beautiful. It's like glowing. Look at that. Come on in the building, my love. It looks neon, doesn't it? I love that. Purple flame. Catch me, baby, here I come. You're just gonna vibe with me a little bit. Come on in, come on in. Get these vibes. This is Kaytranada featuring Duran Bernard, Free Fall. I love this song. I love this whole album. Catch me, baby, here I come. Catch me. Y'all know I be, you know, I be with the vocals a little bit. You know, I be hitting the notes a little bit. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. All right. So, hey, y'all. I hope you're having a fabulous Saturday or Saturn day. As my lovely sister goddess says, she always says happy Saturn day. I hope you're having a fabulous evening. Come on in. It's time for I'll Tell You a Story about my Yoni egg. We're talking about my Yoni egg experience. Let me plug in my phone. I don't even know if y'all can hear that, but we're going to put that over there. All right, so come in the building. Like I said, it's time for I'll Tell You a Story. But before we get started, I just want to say I love y'all. I hope that you're having a fabulous day. Like I said, I hope you're having a fabulous week. I hope that you're loving up on yourself, taking the time to get to know you, showing yourself all the love in the world. Okay? Do that. Do it. I do want to say, you know, if you need to schedule a private session with me, you already know, hit me up at TiaraSharde.com. What you doing? Okay, shout out to all of you who have been supporting the channel. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you for joining me on Patreon, YouTube, IG, Facebook. Y'all rock with the kid. Y'all love the girl, huh? I love y'all right back. So, real quick. So I posted a video to my YouTube channel a couple days ago, right? Called Huddle Up, Ladies, Huddle Up. Just to be clear, that was tea in rare form. Like, I'm not all light and love all the time, all right? You're not always going to get light and love. Sometimes light and love seems dumb as fuck, okay? Sometimes you have to be passionate. You have to speak, and that was just on my heart, and I spoke, okay? I don't want any of you to ever think that I'm judging you or that I'm laughing at you or anything like that, because I be talking to myself about myself anytime I press live on this camera. So if any of you may have felt some type of way, any of my clients or students, please do not. That was with love, and understand that I'm going through the same shit, sis. Or I've just been through the same shit, or I just did some silly stuff. And I'm like, okay, T, why you did that? Why you dealt with that? So I don't want you to ever think that it was shots fired. Never, ever, ever shots fired at y'all. Ever shots fired, okay? I want to be clear about that. So let's see, what else is there? So the Embodying the Goddess program. Shout out to y'all who signs up. Y'all decided to take a stand. Y'all decided to be a real one out here and step into your goddess power and your truth. And I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so excited for y'all. Congratulations. So that the program starts April 20th, y'all. It's right around the corner. I hope y'all ready. I have some good shit for y'all. Some amazing things. So you can just get straight to the cheat codes. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to go through the trials and tribulations that I did. I'll just give you the work and you could go ahead and succeed and be the best that you can be. So I'm super excited about that. $10 HOLLA is every Friday at 9 p.m. from now on. What else? Divine Message for the Collective will only be on Patreon. Okay. It's the smallest tier on Patreon. So if you really just want to hit me up on there just for that, you can do that. But I have amazing packages on there. So you might want to get the highest package. You might want to get the VIP. Just to keep it real with you, okay? So that's Patreon. Let's just get all the housekeeping out. What else do y'all need to know? You can still join the Embodying the Goddess Facebook group. Still join that. It's a free group, public group. Come on and join. If you need that sisterhood, you need community, you need help, you need inspiration, you need advice, come and join, okay? Come join us. That's it. All right. If anything comes up, I'll just say so, okay? So this is I'll Tell You a Story. And tonight we're talking about my experiences with the Yoni eggs. Okay, so the other night I did a video. When did I do that? Oh, that was for my Patreon. That was for the full moon and Libra ritual. I spoke about my Yoni egg that I purchased, and I also posted a picture to my Instagram and my Facebook. So make sure you guys follow me on that, on those platforms. So I ordered the Black Obsidian Yoni egg. Black Obsidian. Now that is a powerful stone, and I really think it's important for me to talk about it. Many of you have been messaging me. You wanted to know about the Yoni eggs. You wanted to know how to choose the right one for you. And I was like, well, you know what? I need to do it. I'll tell you a story. Anyway, let's talk about the Yoni egg. So Black Obsidian is a very powerful, powerful stone. Okay. I only recommend it to those who have been on your journey for a while, or, you just dove straight deep into healing. If this is your first time doing things like shadow work, inner child work, self-mastery, I'd use another stone besides Black Obsidian. Let's just be clear, and I'll get into why. But there's other stones that you can use, like rose quartz is a great one. Jade is a great one. There's like so many. But with my journey, and many of you know this, I've been on my womb healing journey for a long time. Like in the past 2 years, though, it's been really intense, and just healing any type of mother issues that I have, healing the womb of my mom and her mom and her mom and her mom. As women, these energies, they get stored in us and they get passed down to us. And some of us are dealing with womb issues or self-love issues that do not belong to us. Okay. And it gets deep. It gets deep. But that's what it is. And those of you who are aware of that, you're aware because you have the power to transmute that energy. Hey, y'all who just joined in, how you doing? You have the power to transform that energy, transmute it into something that you can work with. Our womb has its own consciousness. I say it in many different videos. A Yoni is a sacred portal. It has its own consciousness. It can speak to you. It thinks. It protects. So, many women, especially in my sacred sexuality classes and in private sessions, you want to know, like, well, why does the womb do this? It seems counterproductive, but really, the womb is protecting you. So it stores that energy because you're supposed to transmute it. But the thing is that many of us, we weren't taught how to do that. I didn't even know this was a thing until a few years ago. No one teaches us about this. And we kind of deal with the repercussions of not knowing because of that. yeah, we deal with those repercussions because we don't have knowledge. Okay, we don't know what's going on. So that's how my journey started. I was doing a lot of Yoni steams. I was detoxing out of my womb, like mucus and like stuff, just energy, just purging and releasing. I did Yoni steams. I did castor oil packs. I did herbal packs that I made myself. Many of you have been to my esoteric and chill classes where we talk about the magical and spiritual properties of plants and herbs. So you already know, and many of you already know, like you study on your own, you already know that herbs heal, and that you're able to detox and transmute with using herbs and different practices and rituals. So that's what I was doing for quite some time. I was doing it all throughout Costa Rica. I was digging in and getting to my dirt. Many of you know I was unhealthy. I was over 300 pounds. I was dealing with pain in my womb. I was dealing with heartbreak that I didn't heal. I was suppressing my gifts, my power, my magic, my creativity, just hiding. I was hiding my voice that I love to sing, that I can sing. There were so many different aspects of me that I was hiding, and what happened was it stored in my womb. That energy just stored in my womb, and it became so stagnant. And you know, my mother passed away and I was grieving over her, but there were still some unresolved issues that I had regarding our relationship that now I'm just, whoo, like night and day, like night and day. And some days, you know, I do get into my emotions and then I know how to transmute it. So we learn the tools, we gain the tools in order to continue our healing and to transmute any energy. So that's what I've been doing. So I've been looking at Yoni eggs. I was looking at them for quite some time. I've always been interested. I've done other things, like I said, castor oil packs, womb massages, Yoni steams, writing her letters, talking to her, like literally talking to my womb, like, hey girl, what's happening? Like, I know, I'm so sorry, like, but help me get this together. Like literally speaking to her because she can hear and she can answer back. The thing is that we have to be tapped in, right? So I had already been on that journey and I felt like Yoni eggs was, you know, the next step for me. So shopping for one, I decided on black obsidian. And like I said, it's a very powerful stone. Pardon me just a second. Black obsidian is a very powerful stone. It provides protection, okay? Psychic protection. Many of you know, you've been following me for the past few years. You already know what I do. You already know, sometimes I just know stuff and sometimes I don't. Don't get me wrong, I don't know everything out here, okay? But sometimes, you know, I know stuff and I tap in and I use my mediumship and my psychic abilities to help me and other people. So I needed something to help me and protect me psychically, spiritually. Black obsidian is very grounding. It's a grounding energy. So it ties me to the earth. And sometimes I feel like being an air sign and I have, you know, air signs in a couple different placements, I need that grounding. Because I channel, because I'm able to tap into the collective energy, I need to be grounded. So that's why I chose black obsidian. I wrote down a couple other things that it does. So it releases fear, disharmony, anger, and resentment. It's huge. It has powerful metaphysical properties. It even aids in detoxifying the body. And then when it's in your womb, the black obsidian helps detoxify your womb. Whew, we're going to need that. So why detoxify the womb? Because, well, the standard American diet is trash. You know, we deal with lovers who are not in alignment with who we are, and they come with their own form of toxicity, and that gets shot into us, that energy, okay? Again, ancestral trauma. If you've dealt with any type of assault, sexual or otherwise, it can be stored in your womb. If you've had issues with bitterness, okay, heartbreak, whether that's anger, sadness, depression, ill health, mental illness, if you had any of those things, yeah, you're gonna need to detox your womb. You're gonna want to address your womb and make sure she's okay, because your womb consciousness is your consciousness, okay? So you want to take care of that. So that's why I chose the black obsidian. Like I said, it's very powerful. I'll get into my experiences with it in a moment. But Yoni eggs are really important. They've been around for thousands of years. Like we're not new to this. It's just now becoming mainstream. More and more women are opening up to the possibilities of healing. So, in ancient times, the Yoni egg was really used to access your sexual power, goddess. Yeah, to access your sensuality so you could be firm in who you are, so you could tap into the magic that's within you. Yoni eggs help you do that. It helps you feel sensual, okay? It helps you connect to your womb. It helps you on a physical level because it tones your pelvic floor so you have a nice, healthy, lifted, tight womb, okay? Like straight up, you do. And that's what I was going for, all of those things. I was like, yeah, I'm with all of that shit. Let's go. so I've been doing that. Now, what I've noticed since using my Yoni egg, so I charged it in the full moon energy. It came on the full moon, which was incredible. It came on the 7th. So that night after I did the full moon ritual with you all on Patreon, I had my Yoni egg right here, putting that energy into the egg, and then I let it sit on the windowsill directly under the moonlight all night. And then I used it the next day. I thanked it. I thanked the ancestors. I called it in. I did a whole ritual. I cleansed it. I asked it to protect me and to connect with me and develop this partnership, because with any of our spiritual tools, you want to speak to them and develop a connection with them, okay? Like my oracle cards, like I touch these every day. I use them every day. I meditate with them every single day. It's one of my spiritual practices. Many of you resonate with something completely different, and that's fine, but make sure you're always connecting with your tools, okay? So I thanked my Yoni egg and I installed her. And I did it, in a sacred space, where I felt centered and at peace, because again, this is something that I'm partnering with for my healing. I want to honor it, okay? And I want to honor myself. So I did that. And it's like immediately as I inserted the Yoni egg, y'all, I just felt a shift in energy. Now, I've always been pretty tapped into energy in my body and how my body feels. So many of you who have Yoni eggs, and feel free to leave a comment or a question or anything, okay? I would love to hear from you. But you feel a shift. I felt a shift in my energy field, like an awareness, like okay, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. All right, we out here. Like, we're good. So I hope the music isn't disturbing us. Let me see. Let me turn it down some. So yeah, I put the Yoni egg in. I immediately felt that awareness. So, so what they've been saying about the Yoni eggs is absolutely true. You don't feel it. Like you can't, like I'm aware that it's there, but I don't really feel it. Like I go about my day, I went for my jog, I went grocery shopping. I'm sitting here right now. I don't feel anything. Excuse me. I was drinking a lot of water, you all. Hang on. I don't feel anything physically, but I feel something emotionally. I feel something spiritually. I do feel more protected. Yoni eggs, especially the black obsidian that I have, it makes you feel protected. It brings psychic protection, right? I do feel that. I also feel really empowered. Like I feel empowered. I feel sensual, like I feel tapped into my sensuality, and sensuality and sexuality are two different things. But I feel more womanly, like I feel connected to myself, which I was moving towards before, but there's a different essence to it. And thank you for the thumbs up, y'all. And any of you goddesses, any of you who are using Yoni eggs or have used Yoni eggs, let me know if you've experienced that same thing. Like, do you feel more powerful? Like, do you feel more connected? Do you feel more sensual? Because I definitely do. Okay. And that's our power, right? Now, I speak of the goddess spirituality and the goddess energy quite a bit. And really, the goddess experience, the goddess lifestyle is about pleasures, not just, sexual pleasures, but pleasures in everything. It's the pursuit of it. So if you're eating an orange, enjoy it. It's a sensual experience. Put your all into it. If you're getting sunshine, feel that. That's pleasure. Anything like that. If you're listening to music and you experience that joy, that's pleasure. So I feel like we're here to experience pleasure. Why are we in a physical form if that's not the case? And I spoke about that deeply in my sacred sexuality classes. Like we're in a physical body to experience pleasure, right? So the Yoni egg really furthered me tapping into that energy within myself. I feel like I walk a little different. I don't know. I probably walk the same, but I feel like I walk differently because there's this constant awareness that I have within myself and within my womb. And like I said, I was building a relationship with her before, but having a Yoni egg is completely different. And, I did my research before and I read some things and women have been saying the same things, but it's completely different when you experience for yourself. It's a completely different thing, So I want to invite my goddesses, do your research, make sure you're healthy, make sure you're ready for this, make sure you've been putting in the work in other ways, because, some people, things are trendy now. Like spirituality is trendy. People burn sage because they think it's cute. People wear crystals because it's fashion. Most people aren't. Some people aren't spiritual at all, but they engage in these spiritual things, or they have these spiritual tools without the true knowledge, without the awareness. So I really want to encourage you all who have not experienced Yoni eggs to do your research, feel it out, take some time. Just don't purchase right then. Take some days. Make sure you're ready for that next step, because, I'd hate to think like a few years ago, if I had just tried Yoni eggs without even knowing anything about me or my womb or womb consciousness and all of that stuff, I don't know where I would be right now. Like, especially with the Black Obsidian, I feel like I would have been so overwhelmed with that powerful energy without having that awareness. I wouldn't have wanted that. So I highly recommend doing the work. Keep continuously doing the work, but do the work before you purchase a Yoni egg and use it. Okay. The great thing about using Yoni eggs, so if any of you were experiencing like instability, if you experience like a lack mentality, or you don't feel safe, you don't feel secure, you don't feel grounded, that has a lot to do with your root chakra. Your root chakra could be out of balance. Yoni eggs help with that. It sits right at your root chakra. So it helps to resolve any of that fear that you may be going through, that you may be experiencing. Maybe your home situation isn't where you want it to be. Maybe you're working on your bank account, your finances aren't where they want to be. And your confidence isn't where it wants to be. All of that translates into your life. As women, anything that we're going through has an effect on our psyche, on our consciousness, and on our womb. So especially if we don't feel good about ourselves, especially if we're not conscious, we're not confident, or rather we're not self-aware, because self-awareness is different than confidence. Okay. If we're not self-aware, then, it can negatively impact our lives. So you want to get that awareness. You want to do that work. What else, my loves? So the Yoni egg definitely helps the root chakra. For me, I need that. Like I said, I have to stay grounded. A lot of times I'm just in the ethers. Like I be in the spirit world so much. Like I had friends tell me that, like, you be in the spirit world. We need you here in the physical. So it took a lot for me to balance that, to be in the material and be in the spiritual. Like, okay, you could get these messages from the other side, but you also got to pay bills. Like you can't just have one without the other. So working on my root chakra has definitely been beneficial to me. And now having the Yoni egg to assist me with my root chakra is like amazing. Is amazing. Since I had the Yoni egg, which is interesting, is business has picked up for me, even with all of this going on. That's why I say, if you want to launch a business right now, you better launch that business. Ain't nobody holding you back but you. I don't care what's going on in the outside world. People still need you. People are still living. So launch that business. And I've experienced a little bit of an increase. And I feel like that is with the assistance of the Yoni egg, but it's also with the confidence level. Like my worth, right? Your self-worth. And your root chakra most certainly deals with that, as well as your sacral and your solar plexus, right? It all deals with that. So because I'm more self-aware and because I'm confident now, I don't have any lack energy around me. I'm not thinking in that. And some days I may fall back into that mentality and I have to pick myself up. I have to pick her up. I have sister goddesses. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. I only have a very small team, a very small team. So y'all know who you are. Shout outs to you. I have them. I have my sister goddesses to help me out. Like, okay, girl, like this is what we doing. I'm like, all right, sis, thanks. So I have that assistance. So with that being said, I want to encourage you all. This is not going to be a super long video, but I want to encourage you all to connect with people who are in alignment with you and who want the same things, who support you. Like I said, the Embodying the Goddess Facebook group is beneficial to me and other people. Like even today, I saw some posts in that Facebook group and I'm like, man, I'm so happy this group is here. So connect, have a community, talk to other women who may be healing their womb or maybe healing womb consciousness or maybe working on their ancestral womb healing. Right? Like I said, us women, we inherit things from our great grandmother. Things were like passed down to us, especially if your mom or your grandma, were living in a time where, they were being suppressed, where they weren't fulfilling their purpose, where they were holding themselves back from doing the things that they wanted to do. A lot of that is stored in the womb and you get that energy. It passes on to you. So connect with women who are doing that work. It's so important. Like if I didn't know where I would be. Like I would just be still struggling. So connect. I have this book. You can't see it, but it's Womb Wisdom. Get some books. Get some books on healing the womb. Get some books on about self-mastery. It's a whole package. This is a practice. It's not just this a la carte type of thing. Spirituality, it's the whole thing. You have to touch everything, and it's a constant journey. And I do want to encourage you all, don't get bogged down. Don't think that you're going too slow. Don't worry if you don't have all the answers. That's okay. Just put in that work, keep going, believe in yourself. All right. And you have me. You can hit me up through my website, schedule a session with me. Okay. Oh yeah. So I've been having dreams, y'all. So my dreams have always been lit. Most of them are prophetic. Most of them. And many of you have the same thing. Like I have private sessions with y'all all the time. And I tell you, like, you're paying attention to your dreams, you've been dreaming. All right. You get divine downloads in your sleep. What are they? Record them. Write them down. So since I've had this Yoni egg in, I've had dreams. The interesting thing is they've been dreams of my ex-partners. Yes. And that makes me so excited. Why? Because it's confirmation that this particular stone is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Because the black obsidian cuts off negative attachments, negative toxic attachments, old relationships, any type of trauma or pain or oppression or suppression that you've experienced. This stone helps you cut that tie. So for me, having those dreams with that person in it, and I haven't even thought about them at all. And it's actually been consecutive, like 3 nights in a row, y'all. Like since April 8th till what is it, like yesterday. We'll see what happens tonight. But since then, I've been dreaming, and the dreams are always, releasing and letting go. But it's all love, but it's no pain, it's no argument, and there's no, you know what I mean? Like there's no static. It's none of that. It's just like, wow, like we've had this experience, and this is what I learned, and I send you peace and love, and that's it. And then I can go about my life, and you could go about yours, and you could find somebody to love you for you, and I can find somebody to love me for me. And it's fucking amazing. That's what the dreams have been about. So that excites me. I get so excited by knowledge, information. I love when the dots connect. Like I love when I get downloads, and then I find like physical information to confirm it. Like that's my shit. Like I've always been like a bookworm, like a nerd. Like I've always been studying. I'm great at researching. So when I can line things up like that, that makes me so happy. And to know that I'm on the right track in my healing makes me happy as hell. So that was an exciting thing that I noticed by using a Yoni egg. What else? Lit intuition. Lit as fuck. I don't know how more lit I can be, but apparently there's more room to go. So if any of you, and you have been messaging me, right? So if any of you want to get deeper and further on your journey, a Yoni egg I recommend it. I recommend it with research, like I said, with doing the work. Don't just think a Yoni egg is going to be the answer. No, do the work, okay? And then you partner with it, and that's how that happens, okay? That's how the breakthroughs and the healing happens. I think that's all, my loves. I didn't want to be on here long. It's late. It's almost 12 o'clock here. I just wanted to hop on. I haven't done I'll tell you a story in a while. So I wanted to share that. And I'm super excited about my Yoni egg and the things that I've uncovered since using it. And yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say. Holla Stumble, how you doing? I love you. You're amazing. I could have said so much inappropriate comments, but not now, Queen. Not now and not ever, Holla Stumble. I'm happy you said that so we could clear that shit up. Much love. Have a good night. You have a good night too. You have a good night too. But yeah, y'all. So that's my experience. I'll be back on for I'll tell you a story because there's other things that can't come up. But I just write them down in my notebook, and some of the things I wonder if I should even post here on YouTube on such a public forum. So those of you who are subscribed to my Patreon, you're going to get a lot of downloads that I'm not going to be posting anywhere else. Okay, so get it while it's hot. Enjoy it while it's here. Okay, while it's here on this platform. But I highly encourage you all to join my Patreon. I'll be sharing my dreams, though. I don't really share my dreams like that. But I feel like I know that many of them are prophetic, and I know that they're relevant to what's going on. So I'm feeling the pull to share, and I hope I get out of my own way and get over myself and do it. Cause I be a little shy sometimes, y'all. I still be dealing with some shyness. Absolutely. Like, don't get it twisted. Don't have me on no pedestal. Let me tell you, I make mistakes. I don't always do the right thing. I trip and fall just like y'all. So just bear with me while I gain the courage to share my dreams and share these downloads. All right. So yeah, that is all, beautiful people. Again, the Embodying the Goddess program starts April 20th. Shout outs to y'all who decided to take the plunge. Shout outs to y'all. It's a big deal. I need you to celebrate yourself. If any of y'all who are signed up to the Goddess program, if y'all watching this, if you're in the building right now, congratulations. It's one thing to want something. It's another thing to go after it. So you a winner out here. I love you. Congratulations. And for all of you, I hope you have a fabulous evening again. So I'll see you soon. Peace and love. Have a great night.